Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dee and this is the Optimistic Network. Today we have a in the kitchen episode where I'm doing plain seasoned rice. Yes, you heard it right. Plain seasoned rice. So these are all the things you'll need. Of course, you need rice if we're going to make seasoned rice, and I'm using the Great Value brand basmati rice, and you can use any rice of your choice. You don't have to be basmati. As a matter of fact, I haven't had basmati in a minute. And then you use any seasoning of your choice that you prefer that suits your taste. But you know, I always have to have that Tony Creole seasoning. I put it in everything, and apart from the Tony Creole seasoning, I only use salt-free seasoning, but there's enough salt in the Tony to make up for everything. And then you need a can of coconut milk and a little piece of escallion. I used crushed pepper, but that's optional just because I love a little kick of spice. I'm a Caribbean girl, I say it all the times, and I love a little kick of spice. I know you're probably thinking, why is she calling it plain seasoned rice when she's seasoning it? But I call it plain seasoned rice because I know seasoned rice can have a lot of different things in it. There are people that make it with saltfish, some that make it with ackee, some that make it with vegetable. There are so many things you can use to season your rice. But in this one, all I'm going to do is season it. Okay, so my pot is on the top of the stove. I didn't turn the stove on as yet, and I just poured the coconut milk in a measuring cup so I could measure how much I was using so I could tell you guys. So that was 2 cups. The whole can of coconut milk was 2 cups, and then I added 2 cups of water, so 4 cups of liquid. I'm gonna advise you guys to use the 2 cups of coconut milk. So use the whole can of coconut milk and then use 1.5 cup of water. So use 3.5 cups of water instead of 4, because as you'll see, I took some of the water out after I seasoned it, but I did add back a little. I didn't have to, but I knew that if I add that little, it would make it soft. So I added it, but you didn't have to. So 3.5 cup of water, and as you'll see, I used 2 cups of rice, and it's the basmati rice. So different kind of rice will probably take more water or less water. I don't know if there's a rice that's gonna take less water, but I know when I make regular rice, it would probably take more water. I wanted to tell you guys that you don't have to even use coconut milk. If you don't like coconut milk or you don't have coconut milk, you can do these same steps in regular water. Just add the water to the pot and add the seasoning like I'm doing now. So what I'm doing now is just adding the seasoning, and this measurement that I'm using is 1 tablespoon. But apart from, I filled it up twice or 1.5 times with the Creole seasoning, but apart from that, the other seasonings I just use a little, so probably like a half a teaspoon maybe. I then added about 6 pimento seeds and my chopped escallion. I chopped my escallion. I did not beat it. I know some people will like crush it up. I don't do that. I chopped it because I feel like when you crush it up, all the juice comes out. And then I added a little butter. It wasn't needed, but that's by choice because I find that this canned coconut milk, they're not greasy, and I wanted something with a little grease, so I added some butter. Usually if you do the coconut from start, it's a little greasy, but not the canned ones. I then turn the stove on high and allow it to come to a boil, and you have to watch it, guys, especially if you have it covered. Keep an eye on it because it will boil over in the stove. Mine did not boil over, but it will boil over, and in the meantime I just wash the rice. I used 3 cups of rice and I washed my rice under running water. We could argue all day whether or not you're supposed to wash your rice. I know some people don't, but I wash my rice to take out that dust, that starchiness out of it. If you notice when I start washing it, how white the water was. So I usually just wash my rice until the water is kind of clear. You don't have to wash it that long, but I know you need to wash out your rice because when you add water, you notice some dust come floating up or some bad rice. This one didn't have a lot of float ups, but I still believe the rice needs to be washed. You might need a strainer when you wash the rice. You might need a strainer to drain the water off, but I'm skilled at this. I cook all the times. I cook rice all the time, so this was fine for me. But for some people, you may need a strainer to strain the water off so you don't lose all your rice going down the sink. if you notice, I opened my pot just as it was about to boil over and I stir it. So you can just open your pot, stir it, or if you didn't have it covered, stir it. And then I added my rice to it. And on the side, I'm just making some curried goat, Jamaican curried goat. If you want me to make a video like that, you just leave a comment below. Oh, that was so good. So then I added my rice to the coconut milk. And just for reference, the coconut milk was boiling for about 5 to 6 minutes. It was just a period of time in which I washed the rice. So this is where I took out some of the coconut milk. I think I had a little too much in the pot, so I took out about a half a cup. So I used 3.5 cups of water and 3 cups of rice. I used a wooden spoon with teeth, so it's kind of like a wooden fork spoon to stir it up, and I covered it down, and this cooked in exactly 15 minutes, but I reduced the heat. Stir it up properly so it didn't get stuck to the pot. I stopped the hole with a little piece of napkin so the steam would stay in, because that's what we do with steam rice. And I turned the heat down low to 2, and then I let it cook for 15 minutes. So this is exactly 15 minutes later, and my rice was cooked and ready. So I stir it up with a fork just to fluff it a little, and then the water or the milk that I took out, the coconut milk, I added back a little around the side, just a little. I didn't have to do that, but just because I didn't want to waste my coconut milk, I added a little around the side, and then I left it for another like a couple of minutes, and my rice was ready. And guys, as usual, as always, this was so good. This was really good. So yes, this is how I make my plain seasoned rice, and I hope you guys will try it, and I promise you, if you do, you'll love it. And if you try it, please let me know, and let me know how it is and how it tastes. Yeah, and I just served it up in the little bowl that I got at Walmart for like $7.88, and I tried to garnish. I am so not good at decoration, I'll be honest with you, and I'll be honest with myself, but I just used a piece of escallion to plant in it, so it looked like a little plant, but it was very delicious. So I hope you guys enjoy my delicious meal of plain seasoned rice. I love you guys, and if you tried, leave me a comment and let me know, and I hope you guys enjoy. I love you guys. Mwah, mwah. I did serve this up with some Jamaican curried goat. So if you want me to do a curried goat video, let me know, guys. I love you guys. See you later. Bye.